Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the legendary Nelson's Buffeteria in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And later in the show, Oklahoma makes the best places to retire list. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley.
And I have no chance of retiring. I'm on day 6 of working. But I did get a chance to go to Guthrie.
How about we get a follow-up on because the first time, for anybody that's just tuning in,
Jesus Christ, yeah.
You didn't make it.
You didn't make it
to Guthrie Haunts. You went to Ecuador and had lunch on your way to Guthrie.
Right.
Yeah, it was
a whirlwind adventure.
I was going to say shit show.
We did drive by and take pictures of the Stone Lion Inn at like 11 o'clock at night and had people peeking out the window. Or was it people? I don't know. But yeah, we got to do a redo last Saturday after I got off at my moonlighting gig. They were open until midnight, so it worked out. It's about a 50-minute drive, something like that.
So I don't know
what
that we as a listening audience have any real insight to Brett's threshold for fear, because you're a horror movie fan.
I'm a horror movie fan.
But you're also a chicken.
Okay, to be fair, first of all, I haven't been to a haunted house since Bricktown Haunted Warehouse was one of the only things in Bricktown. So that tells you circa 95, 96. Okay, haven't been back. I'm not big into jump scares. And the reality of the situation is any run of the mill haunted house is jump scares. This one is far from a run of the mill haunted house. So yeah, I'm kind of I don't like to be startled. That's not that's to me is more terrifying than watching somebody be disemboweled.
I don't know that we've ever watched a horror movie together.
We never have.
But I feel like you would be hiding your head under the covers.
No, horror movies, I'm yawning because I'm like, oh, okay, another one of those. But when people jump out with me with a chainsaw or come out of nowhere, you get me every time. And to me, that's where you get your money's worth. If you can do that for me, and I had a blast. But so there were 7 of us that went. Okay, we went through the thing, and some of us were more scared than others. I started at the front of the line, and slowly it was like, no, you go ahead. No, please, I insist, you go ahead of me. To where I was in the middle of the pack, which didn't help. The only thing it did was it gave me a 4-foot in depth wall of like a meat shield to kind of give me a heads up of what's happening in front of me. But sometimes they got you where they didn't scare the first 2 and then they came after me.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a nice. It felt like we were in there forever, but really well designed, really well done. Highly, highly recommend it. And again, for having come out of my haunted house retirement, it was a blast. But one of the funniest things ever occurred right at almost to the end of this thing. So we get to, come and find it wasn't the end. It was maybe like the 3/4 of the way. So you go into this room, and this guy's got a chainsaw and chases you into this room. And we see a door, so we're going for it. That's what you do. We went for the door, and all of a sudden you hear this voice go. That's the wrong way. It was the guy with the chainsaw broke the 4th wall. He's like, no, don't go that way. It was so funny because we had, 2 minutes ago was, I'm gonna get you. The next thing it's like, wrong door.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm sorry.
You need to take a U-turn here.
But Caleb went back through again. He called me. He goes, you remember the room where they herded us into? We couldn't find our way out. It's like, yeah. He said they put somebody by that door with like a grinder to kind of herd you toward because what it was those like you think of like those flaps like on a receiving door or something like that. That's where, but we couldn't tell. It just looked like we couldn't tell what it looked like. Bad lighting or something. But all in all, great experience. Would highly recommend. It was kind of wet and rainy, so you're thinking that it was going to be muddy. But John Pagonis put sand, so you're not slipping and sliding.
Yeah.
It's just a really well set up, really well thought out situation. They've got food trucks, they've got performers, they've got all kinds of stuff. Great photo op opportunities with Superstition FX. I mean, it's just a ton of fun. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try to go to more of those next year and definitely go back to Guthrie for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, it's over.
It's over.
The Halloween season.
It's this
Oklatober is done.
Over. We're back to food trucks and peanut festivals now.
So, one of the reasons, and I don't know if this got recorded anywhere else, but one of the reasons that I chose the current location to cover on the show is I had a bad experience with chicken fried steak. It's that time of year where I said it.
You did it.
Lord. You did it. I need to be flogged.
You should be sacked.
But really, after Halloween,
yeah,
you start having people come into town.
Oh, yeah.
So
let's go out to eat.
Yeah, and that's a costly expenditure if you have a big group. And
you don't want mediocrity on the menu.
Absolutely not. So I had a flashback to a great place in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Nelson's Buffeteria.
Well, you're probably not the only one. They've been around a while.
Originally started in 1929 in downtown Tulsa. So now they're currently on 41st and Memorial in Tulsa. They serve breakfast and lunch only, buffet style, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's it.
Perfect hours. And here's the thing. How many buffets do you know, or cafeterias that are still open, that have been open since 1927? 29.
Yes.
They've been open since 1929. Furs isn't around anymore.
The thing about it, and I don't think you can put Nelson's in the same category with the run-of-the-mill
You mean
buffet.
It's not like a golden age Golden Corral?
No. For starters, it's historic.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Secondly, dude, the service at Nelson's is off
top
the
notch.
hook.
Yeah.
I mean, incredibly fast.
Yeah.
Like, you'll go in and think, oh shit, there's no way I'm getting food in here.
Right.
Like, there's just too many people. There's no way that I'm going to get through that line and get food and get out of here before, the end of the year.
Right.
But they're fast. I mean,
they're
lightning fast.
And you don't have some kid sticking his finger in the chocolate fountain like at Golden Corral, or someone licking their fingers before they touch the pepperoni pizza.
Absolutely not. At one point in time, like I said, they were downtown Tulsa.
Yeah.
And I think, like, the vegan, low-carb thing kind of just hit them at exactly the wrong time. And they ended up going out of business, and it took them a while to move to their new location. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, again, historic location, but they also had a historic sign. And apparently, them moving their sign to their new location, was a nightmare.
Really?
They have that classic neon sign. Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous sign. Historic, gorgeous, Route 66 style neon sign.
Yeah, for sure.
But when they moved to their new location, they had to meet all of the new building codes.
Oh.
And so all of the electronics, all of the neon
had to be
was
updated.
Nixed.
Yeah.
So they spent a fortune getting their sign retrofitted so they could have that original sign at their new location. Just a little bit of history on it, but dude, worth every cent.
Yeah.
I don't know if you looked at the pictures of Nelson's, but that neon sign, it should never be taken down.
Yeah, and to me, I feel like this, if it's not on a registry of historic places, it should be. There's so many places in Tulsa that you look and go, I'm just glad they didn't tear it down. You know what I mean? There's a couple of service stations that are scattered around that have been converted into flower shops or burger joints. I like the retrofitting type situation, and I like it even better when a place like that would have normally. Honestly, I hate to say it, in Oklahoma City, Nelson's would have closed it, and that'd have been the end of it.
Yeah, it would have been.
And that's the other thing that I really admire about Tulsa. I love Tulsa, but what I really admire about them is what they've done to kind of reinvigorate the scene and not just let it fall into disrepair and allow it to burn to the ground. Or I just like what they've done to preserve their history.
We both independently go to Tulsa on a regular basis.
Yeah.
The fact that you've never been to Nelson's hurts my feelings a little bit.
And I have family from there. Yeah,
but I really think once you try this place, you're going to be mad at yourself for never trying it before.
Well, To be fair, I've kind of sworn off buffets and cafeterias. But a buffeteria, that's something completely different.
So one of the things that you will notice upon entering Nelson's, the wait staff are dramatically above average on the looks meter.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that's one nice perk.
I mean, I've seen some cute people work at Golden Corral. It's been a while, but I've seen them.
But more importantly, getting to the food, which is the star of the show, they are famous for their chicken fried steak and home-style mashed potatoes. The chicken fried steak is hand-battered and beaten to within an inch of its life every single day.
That's unheard of in a food production genre such as Buffeteria. It's unheard of.
Their cream gravy is...
God, don't do it.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Don't do it.
It's it's like you want to go swimming in it.
It doesn't look congealed or...
Dude, I'm telling you, it's just...
Oh, man.
It takes you to a happy place. But their pies and cakes are made from scratch every single day. Like I said, it's breakfast and lunch only.
I'm just scrolling through.
Breakfast and lunch only. If you're gonna go for breakfast, I gotta stick with the chicken fried steaks. The chicken fried steak breakfast with 2 eggs, hash browns, biscuits, and toast. Or
don't make me choose.
The breakfast hamburger. Grilled burger topped with fried egg, lettuce, tomato, served with hash browns. I'm telling you, like, it really is one of those things where it's mind-bogglingly good.
Yeah.
And if you have breakfast, have a late breakfast, because what I'm thinking is that you're probably going to want to go right back to the end of the line and go for lunch. Another thing that I really like is they have a daily special. So on Mondays they have barbecue ribs, liver, and onions.
You had me at ribs, lost me at liver. But go ahead.
Or baked spaghetti.
Hey.
On Tuesday they do pot roast or chicken pot pie. On Wednesday they do fried chicken, beef noodles, or meatloaf. On Thursday they do chicken and dressing or the Nelly burger. And on Friday they do baked cod, fried catfish, or Salisbury steak.
I guarantee I know why they do that Fish Friday thing. To kind of give you...
For the Catholics?
For the Catholics. And it's easier just to keep it on the menu than it is to bring it back. Because they've got the Salisbury steak for the Protestants and the fish for the Catholics.
As far as their pies go...
Don't do it.
I've got to. Banana cream pie, chocolate cream pie, coconut cream pie.
All I'm hearing is coconut cream pie. I love banana cream pie, but a coconut cream pie
is so legit.
It's just, well, it can be.
Oh, yeah. Well, obviously. It has to be done right.
I mean, I'll eat a piece of your from the store coconut cream pie only because it's coconut cream pie, but I would much rather have at Nelson's Buffeteria coconut cream pie with a side of chocolate cream pie and a sliver of banana cream.
I like all cream pies, to be completely honest.
I wouldn't admit to that, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no. But honestly, the atmosphere of this place, the food,
service,
the service is top notch. I don't know how to explain it. There are certain restaurants, certain businesses in the state where they have found people that are phenomenally good at customer service.
Absolutely.
And they've hoarded them. And you'll find that there's a desert of good customer service all around this place because they literally have hired every single person that's got good customer service skills.
And another thing, again, I almost feel like, having not had Nelson's Buffeteria, I'm literally comparing apples to starships. But typically in places similar to Nelson's Buffeteria, and there's a thin margin there.
Mm-hmm.
You might get a refill. You don't get anything. Once you pay for it, you never see your waiter again unless you flag them down to refill your, high C fruit punch or whatever it is. I still like to see my waiter. I still like to have that one-to-one interaction.
I do too. I will say I've run into a thing lately. And not at Nelson's. I'm not talking about Nelson's. Nelson's top notch. They know what they're doing.
Right.
But I've run into at other restaurants where you have a waiter or waitress coming to your table, you either get the people who don't interact with you well, or you get the people who try too hard.
Yeah.
Like
hey guys,
love you to death,
right?
But I don't want long eye contact from a stranger.
Call me honey. Ask if I need a refill.
Right.
I'll be back in a little bit
but
if you need something
don't
else.
try to look into my soul.
Right. My name's Alice. If you need anything, holler at me.
Exactly.
That's
exactly. Back to Nelson's though. Their yeast rolls are
yeasty.
I got a roll.
Okay.
Amber got a cornbread roll.
Yeah.
Both of them were phenomenal. So there are certain aspects that you're looking for when you get either of those items.
Right.
Like the yeast roll, warm,
like
not crispy, but like kind of tough on the outside and super soft on the inside.
Yeah.
And then the cornbread has to be relatively moist.
Right. Because the problem with cornbread is you can easily it's
easy to dry it out.
It's easy to dry it out, and you have to dip it in water to get it to come back.
I could have literally eaten a meal of just one of those items, like fill up my plate with either the yeast rolls or the cornbread, and I would have eaten all of it and I would have loved my meal.
Well, and typically I've been hesitant in the past with restaurant buffet situations. In fact, let's go all the way back to 1994 when Poncho's was open. You'll see where I'm going with this once I get there.
All right.
I have a hard time with someone serving me my food at a buffet because Poncho's was a Mexican buffeteria basically.
Okay.
I just have a hard time with going, give me a little bit of that, a little bit of that. I like to serve myself, but it sounds to me like the level of quality, there are certain things that I could probably overlook just based on the quality aspects. But I typically don't, and the thing I didn't like about Poncho's is the cheesy thing of raising my flag up to have the waiter come back and me tell him I want 3 tamales, 2 tacos, and yada yada. I'd be willing to let go of some of those insecurities.
One of the things that I think is amazing is price-wise, they're actually a bargain.
Really?
Like, you can go here and eat for less than you would spend at Brahms.
Is that right?
Swear to God.
For that quality, quantity of food?
I don't know how they do it. I don't know what they're doing, but
they're cooking the books. And they're serving it on the buffet.
Yeah, I mean, but it's relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
Chicken fried steak and gravy breakfast, $8.69.
Seriously?
Swear to God.
How much is that pie? Does that include the pie?
A 3-egg omelet is $6.50.
Jiminy Christmas. Hell, eggs are $3 a dozen, right?
World famous chicken fried steak dinner, $9.69. Pan fried steak, $9.69.
Seriously?
Swear to God. The barbecue ribs, liver, and onions, $9.69. The blue plate special, the cheap version, is the baked spaghetti, $7.99.
Jiminy Christmas. That's the best value in any town.
You're not going to find a better deal. So when I was talking earlier about how I had a bad chicken fried steak experience, Amber and I had shared that meal.
Okay.
And we were full.
So you got your money's worth for the serving, but not for the quality.
If Amber and I could go out to eat for $9.69 for both of us, holy cow!
Well,
that's like living in the 50s.
Well, and think about it. We don't have anywhere like this around here. But when you think of if somebody said to you, "Hey, I know where you can get a chicken fried steak dinner for $10," in your mind you're like, "Okay, it's going to be a $10. It's Grandy's."
Yeah.
Vegas, same way. I know where you can get a shrimp cocktail for 50 cents. Yeah, I know what I'm getting for 50. The shrimp still has the freaking turd veins in it.
Yeah.
This is quality food.
Quality food, and like I said, historic. The customer service is unexplainable to me.
Good ambiance, good health department compliance.
You're going to kick yourself if you've never been. Once you go, you're going to be like, holy crap, I've been missing this forever. I'll include a link in the show notes, but their website is nelsonsbuffeteria.com.
Well, I'll be T-Town bound in the next month. It's definitely going to be on my list of things to do. Because Especially if you're going to be there breakfast, not to keep going on and on, but literally if 2 people can have breakfast and swing through for lunch and
for $20,
for $20, I'll skip. I don't care about dinner. Give me a good quality breakfast and a good quality lunch and not breaking my bank. It's hard enough spending the gas to drive there. Yeah, so I'll take it to go. To go? I don't know. We'll find out.
After the break, is Oklahoma the best state to retire in?
I don't know if I'll ever retire.
I'm Raven Rollins, and this is my Southern True Crime podcast where I discuss cases from my former hometown. Ada, Oklahoma paints itself as an average community, but its history of murder and corruption runs deeper than any story has ever told. You'll hear plenty of special guests, including authors and experts in their fields, who visit with me on each episode, as well as other cases in the southern states. With notorious and unknown cases alike, every victim sees the light on my show. This is Sirens, a true crime podcast.
All right, so our news story today is from the website creditdonkey.com.
My credit right now looks like a donkey. That's why I work 2 jobs.
Headline, Mississippi is the best state to retire on, according to new data from the U.S. Census and others.
Hang on a second.
Yes, I know.
You caused me to pause. Now, when I read the story earlier, I was thinking, are we flipping the switch like we did with Travel Oddities, and the next episode of the show is we're
only in Mississippi?
Only in Mississippi. We're trying to just slowly work our way through the Mississippi Delta.
No, according to this study, Mississippi is the best state to retire in, but Oklahoma made the top 10 list. We're ahead of 40 other states for best state to retire in.
But there are more Mississippi riverboats that we can gamble our retirement towards in Mississippi than there are here.
We don't have a lot of riverboats, but I do think we have
plenty of casinos.
We have enough casinos. So the study was carried out by banking experts examining all 50 states on 9 factors to determine which state is the best to retire in. Several categories were investigated and then factored into an index for an overall score out of 100. So they included average salary, annual utility bills, annual medical costs, food and beverage expenditures, car insurance costs, house prices and tax rates, crime rates, the population over 65, and the average temperature.
Okay.
I think it's again a testament to Oklahoma.
Yeah. At least when they're making the list, they checked all of the, for me, if I'm retiring somewhere, weather's a fact. I mean, all of these things that are part of their research they're on my list of bucket list items for retirement. If I ever get to retire, that would be what I'm looking for.
The thing that kills me is the list does not include any of the places where people are like, I'm moving here because there's nothing to do in blah, blah, blah.
Such and such, yeah.
It doesn't include any of those places.
Right.
Crime rate has got to be huge. And all of the places on the top 10 list, they're all our neighbors.
Right. They're not, they're not far away.
There's nobody going, you know what you should do is retire to New York.
New York City? Yeah, no. Get a rope. You might as well get a rope.
You might as well get a rope because your retirement's not going to be very fun.
No, it's not. You have to walk everywhere.
But I thought it was cool. It's, again, like I said, it's one of those things that we're making all of these top lists left and right.
We used to be on fat lists. Now we're on the fattest place to live, and by fat, I mean PHAT fat.
I don't think people use that phrase anymore.
They don't?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody uses that phrase except maybe you.
Oklahoma, that should be the new slogan. Oklahoma,
you're fat.
No, still pretty hot and tempting. For retirement. If you're tempted to retire, come be fat in Oklahoma.
We've moved into November.
Movember, which means you're going to shave.
I'm not shaving.
Me either. Okay.
But I will say, I'm pretty sure we've been kicking around the idea of transition music or transition theme into feedback for the entire calendar year 2023.
We're starting fresh, day one. So now Everything else, that's back there. That's
so
in the past. That was then.
But we still don't have a feedback stinger.
But you know what? Because we can't settle on anything. The days of us sitting down with a recording, like a radio recording studio at our disposal, with me working at one end of the hall, you working at the other, going, plug this in, are over. We can't. We're 2 feet away from each other and still can't collaborate. I don't understand it. How did Bernie Taupin and Elton John do it? I don't know how they came up with all those great songs.
We do have some feedback from our last episode, the Stakini episode.
Oh.
By the way, I have feedback that is not
directed towards?
No, I have feedback that was given to me personally. And not via any social media or email.
So is that what you're about to read, or something in addition to?
This is in addition to.
Okay.
This is not written down. But somebody pointed out that you kept saying stinkini instead of stikini.
Oh, okay.
You kept saying stinkini.
Is it somebody we know? Is that who we know?
It is someone that we know, yeah.
All right. Stinking.
And I thought it was funny. I had to go back and listen, and you do it several times.
Okay. But I was thinking words like that. Pepperoncini, stinkini, stickini. I can't do it.
So from Facebook, the team over at Surely You Can't Be Serious.
These guys are hot on our trail.
Said, caught this episode this morning.
Yeah.
Great job, guys. Keep it up.
We're kissing cousins. They're in Norman. We're here. They are our people. They are a couple of Gen X guys that do everything I like. They do the. I know you hate top fives. Dude, they've got some killer top five.
I don't hate top fives. I hate your top fives.
You hate my top fives. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You and I have gone to blows.
To blows over
top fives.
Top fives and 3 out of 5.
Because you just make shit up.
I'm throwing this out there. If you're into anything 80s, the Surely You Can't Be Serious podcast is absolutely for you. Yeah, I'm playing catch up with their episodes and kind of like fangirling a little bit. I'll be literally in the middle of an episode, and then I'll leave some feedback like, great job, guys. I really like it. I'm like, I'm a podcaster. I'm a man.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you like...
I'm a man that's a fan.
If you like the Goonies,
yes,
you will love this podcast.
If you like two guys that don't like horror movies a lot, but will be willing to talk about them and open to suggestions, you will like these guys.
So we have more feedback from YouTube, the Annie E.
I always try to figure out if it's somebody I know.
I don't know.
Depends on the feedback.
But according to the Annie E. from YouTube,
sure,
she said, I've seen something in Pink, Oklahoma, and Kanawha that I can't explain. Both instances, owls were involved.
Interestingly enough, Harley, you lived in Pink, Oklahoma for a time.
I did. And you know the weird thing? I've been looking for a little piece of property somewhere. There is a slight possibility that I might have found.
It might go full circle.
I might end up living in Pink, Oklahoma again. You know, somebody said something to me the other day about mansplaining. And I said, I don't mansplain. I'm a father of 5.
Yeah.
I dadsplain.
But go back. One of our harshest... I feel like we had a lot of feedback in the Travel Holidays days. Because I guess our subject matter really kind of goads you into... You either loved what we had to say, or you thought we mansplained. Do you remember that review?
Yes.
You guys mansplained to... How do we... Then what do you say?
The thing that I find is funny about the mansplaining comment is... We're two guys
explaining something.
No, we're two guys talking to each other.
Right.
We're like, can you mansplain to another man?
What is, but by definition, what's the true definition of mansplain?
I can
look it up.
Consult the book of knowledge if you'd like.
I've realized that also Google, while you're doing that, it's highly intelligent. It can take me completely butchering a word and looking it up for me.
Okay. So the definition of mansplaining.
Okay.
Explaining something in a condescending or self-righteous manner, especially as a man to a woman.
So, 1 in 3 podcasts hosted by men.
I don't see it. We don't.
Hey, we're dude-splaining it, man. We're dude-splaining.
And
I
don't think we explain anything.
We don't.
We argue a lot.
Yeah,
But I don't think we've ever explained anything about anything.
We've been accused of baptizing cats.
No, we haven't been accused of baptizing cats. We've been accused...
Not literally.
We have been accused of sounding like we're baptizing cats.
You've been... I still haven't figured out... Are you the one that sounds like Owen Wilson?
I think I'm the one that sounds like Owen Wilson.
Okay, say this. Say, you're Derek Zoolander, man.
You're Derek Zoolander, man.
See, I don't know.
I don't either.
You're Derek Zoolander, man.
Yeah, I don't...
I don't know who it is.
I don't know.
We haven't been accused of sounding like anyone else lately. We have been invited to go have a lot of beers and meetups.
Chocolate.
And fudge and hot sauce. Like,
yeah, I'm fine with the feedback.
Please invite us to something we may not show up to.
I'm not fine with the feedback.
The feed bag.
So, again, I think...
They're listening, though. They're sending us messages. We're getting the feedback, but we have nothing to... Maybe by the next week or so, we'll have something to bolster the image of our feedback. Now that we're getting steady feedback, if we get no feedback, I'm not gonna sit behind the wall of sound and create this Phil Spector-like intro for our feedback section.
We're coming up on 300 episodes. I think it's more than time. That's more than enough time.
It's high time
to have a feedback stinger.
Yeah, you're right.
So we'll get to work on that. Maybe by 2024.
Maybe not. Well, special thanks to the Surely You Can't Be Serious podcast and all of our listeners here, there, and everywhere. This has been the OnlyinOKShow. New episodes every single week, whether we like it or not. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace.
Okay.
I was talking to somebody the other day. I want your opinion on this. I think we've talked about it. Moon landing, yay or nay?
Did we land on the moon?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
But here's my shorthanded theory as to how we may not have. We were in a race to the moon with Russia. Russia was dead on our ass. The only way to win America was we had to be on the moon first. So why wouldn't we? And why wouldn't we use Stanley Kubrick to do it? Just saying,
Yeah, but unfortunately there's so many holes in the conspiracy side of that.
Right.
You had ham radio operators all over the world
listening in.
Yeah.
You
had amateur astronomers. Like, dude, there were so many people that were actual witnesses to the events.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that you have a conspiracy that goes that far, that wide, that deep.
So then answer me this. America, we're all about remembering and celebrating and annual this, and how come we've never been back?
Dude, I don't know. Like,
does it make any sense that we haven't been back? It doesn't make any sense
to me at all. No, and if you want to go conspiracy theories,
what?
I'm much more inclined to believe something like we ran into something on the moon that we weren't ready for.
Is why we haven't been back?
Yeah.
Why we're going, let's spend $1 gajillion to go to Mars. But it's like right here. We can see the moon from the back porch. Yeah. Kind of that makes me think of Transformers Dark Side of the Moon when they get to the moon and they realize, oh shit.
12,246 Facebook followers. 67% women, 32% men.
That's not a coincidence. It's always been that way.
I know.
Oh man, dude. It's rock and roll tonight on the Two-Headed Dragon rock and roll station. You're home for the OnlyinOKShow rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Etta James.
I'll go blind. Or I'd rather go blind.
Yeah. It's a good song.
She could wail, too.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, yeah, my baby. I'm singing the rest of it like that so we don't get sued. Shoo-doo-doo-doo, me baby. She got a way to move me.
Smile that heals me.
Why aren't you playing it?
I don't know why it is.
You look like Randy Newman.
I look like Randy Newman?
Yeah.
Why are you a dick to me?
That's not bad. You know who Randy Newman is?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He's like 109.
He's a talented singer-songwriter. I mean, goodness gracious. You ready?
I'm feeling down.
Well, I might have been a right place, but it must have been a wrong time. Well, I was in the right place, but it must have been a wrong time.
You remember that?
Yes. Yes, I do, sir.
Zap, zip, zap, up, zip, up, give it a bone.
No, tell you what. Christopher Cross.
Oh, dude, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. You're going to do it to me?
Yeah.
Saving. That's what you do now with the coupons. It takes me away to where it's...
Okay.
Dude, don't look at me in the eyes. It's not okay.
Come on.
Dude, that opening,
Yeah.
Dude, forget it. He's actually coming in concert to the Tower.
Number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1980, won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best Arrangement.
Guys, at least it's not cold. And the wind is right, you can sail away. Find your will with me. Oh, canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Leave me. It's not far to Never Land. Reason to bend. If the wind is right, you can find the joy of innocence again. Oh, canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. Listen, one more after this, just one. You got to do Arthur on the Rocks, dude. Arthur's song, or Arthur's theme. You got to do it. Just a dream will carry me. Soon I will be free. Oh, I said the money. One more. All right, grab your partners and everybody head to the dance floor. One last song. That's right. Once in your life, find someone who turns your heart around. And next thing you know, who's in down the town. Wake up and it's still with you. The Arthur movies were funny, dude.
Yeah.
Wondering to yourself, hey, what have I found? When you get caught between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy, but it's true. When you get caught between the moon and New York City, best you can do. Best you can do is fall in love. Arthur, he does as he pleases. Arthur does as he pleases. His master's toy.
Dude, I saw a video of a dude that come running out of his house like
it was on
like
fire?
he was wearing like a bathrobe, and he ran out of his house and he runs back in and he comes back out and he's wearing a Michael Jackson hat.
Yeah.
Comes out onto the street and starts doing the Michael Jackson moves.
Really?
On blacktop. He's out there and somebody's filming the whole thing and he's like, and then all of a sudden he starts moonwalking. Looked like the blacktop was moving and he was standing still.
Really?
It was brilliant.
Wow. That's cool. I thought you were going to say he started moonwalking and his freaking schlock hung up outside.
What's your favorite
gross.
Michael Jackson song?
I'm just gonna say it. It's not what you think it is. It's a toss up between Human Nature and Starting Something.
PYT.
PYT's up there too.
Dude, this is such a badass song.
It's a freaking good song, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to play it?
No.
Dude, we can't afford that.
We definitely cannot.
We can afford to play Christopher Cross. We can barely shamon.
You got to be.
Yep. Pretty young thing is. Yeah. But how young? Can we go a little bit? Go a little farther there. How young are we talking here?
Dude, somebody was talking about Bill Clinton and that he had been to Jeffrey Epstein's island 26 times. Dude, I haven't been to Target 26 times.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, 27 times.
26 times.
26 times. Who's counting? Ish. 26-ish. Look, I did not inhale that woman or the boy. Huh? Wait. We'll go back.
Yeah.
The marijuana.
Yeah, no, I think PYT is top of the list for me.
Top 5. You can do that.
I can
top
do
5,
what?
You can do top 5 Michael Jackson songs. That's not hard.
It is hard because there are so many really good songs, and about the time you start looking at the list, you're like,
When you think of, and we'll get to it, celebrity deaths in our generation that hit the hardest, Robin Williams he's got to be right at the top.
Yeah.
That was a hard one.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's up there, but man, Robin Williams, that was a tough one for me. Richard Pryor, that was another one. Was that you?
Turning it mute.
Shit, I'm kind of having not a hard time, but with the Matthew Perry one, man, I was like, man, that's just a sad story, man. Poor guy.
Yeah, they didn't say how he died, but dude loved cocaine.
Yeah, coke and hot water, not a good mix.
He was like he had openly admitted it. He had a real coke problem.
Yeah.
Phil Collins, Chicago, ELO, bands that spanned a long period of time.
That changed?
That I liked a lot.
Chicago, dude. Hang on. Stop. Okay. This is my favorite. Here, my favorite. Hang on. Don't. They jammed, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you.
They jammed. And they don't get enough credit.
No, they don't.
They don't.
No, here.
What?
There's a song. No. Shit. Yeah. Please don't be something that I'm not allowed to watch.
Excuse me. I don't think anything wrong with the acting on the piano.
Oh, from Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Well, I heard about the fella you've been dancing with all over the neighborhood. So why didn't you ask me, baby? Or didn't you think I could? Well, I know that the boogaloo is out of sight, but the shing-a-ling's a thing tonight. But if that was you and me, I thought, baby, I would have shown you how to do it right. 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 Twist it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Here we go, loop-de-loop. Shake it out, baby. Here we go, loop-de-lop. Bend over, let me see you shake your tail feather. Bend over, let me see you shake your tail feather. Come on, let me see you shake your tail feather. Come on, let me see you shake your tail feather. Come on, baby. Come on. Yeah, come on, baby.
One of the best movies
Yeah,
ever.
that's a great movie. I have it. A guy I work with, George, he'll probably listen to this. It's one of his favorite movies of all time. I haven't seen it near enough in recent years.
No, I haven't either.
You boy?
You got any bread? I'll have some toasted bread.
Want butter or jam?
Dry. Fried chicken? 4 fried chicken and a Coke. Dry white toast.
You all want anything to drink with that? We got 2 hunks of CD diamond rings. Say what? They look like the CIA. The tall one, white toast, dry, nothing on it.
Elwood.
And the other one wants 4 fried chicken.
And Jake, shit, the Blues Brothers.
Hi, Jake.
Matt! How you doing?
How you doing? How's Joliet?
Dad.
This is Jake and Elwood, the Blues Brothers.
A blues brother? They still owe you money, fool.
Ma'am, would it make you feel any better if you knew that what we're asking Matt here to do is a holy...
See,
We're on a mission from God.
we're on a mission from God.
Don't you blaspheme here. Don't you blaspheme here. Now, this is my man.
But I'm the man and you are the woman, and I'll make decisions concerning my life.
You better think about what you're saying. You better think about the consequences of your actions.
Oh, shut up, woman.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me.
That's a great movie.
Yes.
That you might gonna let yourself be free. Let's go back, let's go way on the bad way. I didn't even know you couldn't have been too much more to say. I ain't no psychiatrist, I ain't no doctor with degrees. It don't take too much high IQ to see what you're doing to me. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. I don't think that your mind gonna let yourself be free. Oh, freedom, 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 yeah, freedom, 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 oh, freedom. Hey, think about you, think about it. Ain't nothing you could ask I could answer you without. But I was gonna change that I'm not if you keep doing things I don't. Hey, think about what you're trying to do to me. Baby, think that your mind will let yourself be free. People walking around every day playing games and taking scores, trying to make other people lose their mind. Well, be careful you don't lose yours. Yeah, think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah. That your mind gonna let yourself be free. You need me, and I need you. Without each other, ain't nothing we can do. Yeah. Think about it, baby. Think about it right now.
Jake and Elwood start dancing with,
Yeah.
with the backup singers. That movie's brilliant.
It's brilliant. So, was listening to an interview with Smokey Robinson on the Mark Maron podcast, and he was neighbors with Aretha Franklin. They all lived in the same kind of neighborhood around Motown, and her dad wouldn't allow her to sign with Motown. He said that she had a better chance at making more money if she signed with Columbia. That's why she was never on Motown Records, and she signed with Columbia. And it was probably the best move she could have. Nothing against Motown Records, but yeah, she signed with Columbia instead of Motown. The rest is history. Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to somebody about when you would see her perform with anyone else, it turns into a sing-off.
Yeah.
Because she's literally trying to get the last note in. She's like, somebody's like, hey, and she's like, ah! And if they try to go, she's like, you know what I mean? That song with her and George Michael.
Oh, yeah.
And no matter how, whatever the hell it is, I don't know whatever it is. And at the end, he's like, oh, no. And she's like, yes. She's like, no, yes. I think they finally just said, okay, we got to end it here.
We're just going to stop.
We're going to end it with
just
yes.
Turning off the lights.
That's it. Fade to black. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to... I got it. 3, 2, 1.